Hey guys, this is Connor with Conquest HP. Just about to take Dexter for his morning walk. He's starting to sense it, I think. I think you heard that too. Before I do, I just want to mention a few things about resilience because I've been thinking about this a lot lately, both due to my own training and the training I'm doing with my clients, particularly online. So resilience is your ability to kind of tolerate disruptions to your life, to your day, to your training, etc., etc. Your ability to tolerate them and not let them throw you off, not let them weaken you or take you away from take you away from the goals that you've chosen for yourself. And it's just something that most people are just terrible at dealing with, and you just want it to be better. But it's like breathing. It's people want it to be better. They want to be able to use it to relax, but they don't know how to use it and they don't practice it. You need to practice it. If you are driving to the gym and you get cut off, someone cuts you off on the road, and that just throws off the rest of your day and it's a downward spiral and you're distracted and mad during your workout, that's on you. That's the other person shouldn't have cut you off for sure, but it's your reaction that's going to cost you. It's your reaction to that input that's the problem. The same thing if you get scheduled to work with a coworker you don't like or don't get along with, or if you get into an argument with your spouse or something like that. If there are any little inputs like that in the grand scheme of things are not going to threaten your survival, but you turn them into this big massive event that can really ruin your day, distract you and take you away from the things that are important, then what use are you in the gym? You can't focus on your lift. Maybe you're using your lifting as therapy to kind of distract you from that, but at some point maybe you're going to find something that distracts you too much and then you get off the rails completely. So you need to be better at handling these things, and you need to be conscious of what your emotional state is like before and after these things. And it doesn't take a whole lot of work to practice being better at this or to train yourself at this, because inevitably there are hundreds of events in most people's days that really just push them just a little bit. And every time you find something that pushes you just a little bit, rather than letting it push you towards a big explosion later, or making you a little more fatigued or a little crankier at work or whatever, you can choose to accept what happened, maybe deal with the problem if you can, but just accept that getting upset about it is not going to get you any closer to a solution, because that is almost always true. Like, think of how many cases you can just get mad or just get pissed off or get cranky or whatever, get whiny. When does that ever help you? It almost never helps you. But what if something pissed you off and you just shrugged your shoulders and said, you know what, it's sad that happened, and I'm going to figure out a way to make that not happen again, and I'm certainly not going to let it ruin the rest of my day, because what a terrible decision that would be, right? If one small event ruined an entire day, that'd be a huge waste. Just don't let it do that. Don't let it take away from your training. And even with fitness pursuits, if there's a little macro change that you need to make, or you're dieting and you don't like some of the foods that you have to eat, or some of the guidelines you have to follow, or if there are exercises in your program that you don't necessarily like, you're probably doing those exercises because they're the best thing for you if you're working with a coach. You can avoid them if you want, but I mean, it's going to compromise results. So which would you prefer? I mean, you can compromise those results if you want. We'll just program things that you're happy to do and that are easy for you, or we can give you the thing that'll help you develop the most. So you have to make that decision, and at some point that might get a little uncomfortable for you. You're going to have to do something you're not good at, or something that is difficult or challenging for you. And that's par for the course. You have to do it if you want to make progress. So are you going to let it get you upset and worry about it and let it throw off the rest of your life? Or are you going to accept it as it is and just kind of get stronger from it? Because you can almost always get stronger from these things. If you figure out why you're getting upset about it or why you want to get upset about it, and then figure out a way not to in the future, there, you just like seal a leak in the hull. Like, you just got a lot stronger because of it. So use it for that. Use that negative input for that, instead of getting upset and letting it throw you off. This is like the entire book, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. I recommend it to everyone, especially anyone with fitness goals. It'll really help to keep you on track. But the book is largely about dealing with things as they come and not letting them throw you off. And I can't emphasize how important that is for programming, for nutrition, for anything, for just getting back to being healthy. You have to be able to accept things as they come because they're not going to stop coming. So if you can't change what they mean to you, you're going to be doomed to suffer through them. And that's not going to help anyone. It won't help you, it won't help your partners or your friends. So it's best to deal with it as it comes, realize what's coming in, and then use it for your own advantage.